Chabi!
Wow!
Hello, children. I have a story to tell you.
Please tell us and make us happy.
Our story today is titled Fire from the Mountain. It is sense that is used to eat something that is very hot. A long, long time ago, when men and animals lived together, they spoke the same language. They had a great flood. Now it started raining for days, and before you knew it, the water covered everywhere. The whole earth was covered with water. People and animals all ran to higher grounds, and all they were interested in was how to save their lives. When they got there, they ate whatever they saw. And after some days, the rain stopped and the flood receded until they had land again and life came back to normal. But oh dear, the flood had quenched all the fire. There was no fire on earth. The only fire they saw was up a mountain top where a giant, a terrible giant lived. They could see the smoke from miles away. They could see the smoke rising from the top of the hill. Now the king had a strong desire to eat hot food. So he called all his people together to a meeting. He called them and said, please, whoever can get us live coal from the top of the mountain where the giant lives, to get it from his kitchen, I will give that person 100 palm trees. Immediately, mountain gorilla volunteered. He said, I will go and get the hot coal from the giant's kitchen. So the very next day, mountain gorilla set off and he started singing his song, saying that the king has sent him to the mountain top to collect coal from the giant's kitchen.
Kango toko, kango toko. Ize seje na nduku bukai kutoko. Ize seje na nduku bukai kutoko. Kango toko, kango toko. Ize seje na nduku bukai kutoko. Ize seje na nduku bukai kutoko.
Because mountain gorilla lives in the mountain, he found it easy to climb the mountain. But when he got to the very top, the wind was very strong, and then the heat coming from the kitchen of the giant was very strong, very, very hot. He tried to jump into the kitchen. As each time he tried to jump in, the flames will rise and burn and sting his hair. He tried 3 times and got scorched. He burnt his hair, and he ran back and came down to give them the disappointing news that he could not get them live coal. Then the cobra volunteered that he would go. Everybody bade him farewell. Now cobra, is a snake. He started going up the hill, say a python actually. He started going up the hill, and he slithered his way to the top. When he got there, the heat was much, so he cut a log and put it on his belly. And then with it, he started creeping slowly into the kitchen of the giant. Now he saw the live coal. He was very happy. And because he was low, the leaping flames, he was able to avoid the leaping flames. He got there, he was about to take the coal. He didn't know that the giant was in the corner watching him. Then the giant brought out a knife and chased him. He tried to run, but because he was on log, he could not move fast, and the giant cut off his tail, part of his tail. He abandoned the log and ran with his belly straight on the hot floor. He ran out of the mountain and ran down to the people. When the villagers saw him, he told them, sorry, I came without the hot coal. They were all disappointed. They said, the mountain gorilla and the cobra are 2 of our strongest citizens. How can this happen? The king said, Does it mean that there is no one capable of going to the giant's kitchen to get us hot coal for our meals? It was that time that Apia, the hornbilled bird, said to himself, "It is sense that is used to eat hot food." Then he told the king, "I will go." He said, "Because I am sleek, I can fly easily, my wingspan is short, so I cannot be burnt. I will be able to meander my way, to find my way through the kitchen of the giant. But the only condition is that Eagle will have to go with me because I'm not capable, I can't fly up to the top of the mountain." So he asked Eagle, and Eagle said yes, he will go with him. So he and Eagle set off singing their song that he's going to the mountain to get coal for the king. So the two of them flew. Halfway up the mountain, Apia, the hornbilled bird, could not fly anymore. He couldn't go up. So he jumped on the back of Eagle, and Eagle carried him up to the top of the mountain, where just by the kitchen. And then Apia flew in. Because he was fast and slippery, he could move around the kitchen. The giant saw him and started chasing him with a knife, but he was able to dodge his way, and then bam! He carried a live coal. The giant pursued him, but he flew out and flew on top the back of the eagle, who was waiting for him outside. And together they flew down. But the coal had burnt his bill, so that it turned red. When they got to the courtyard of the king, Apia dropped the coal and was singing to the people that, "I come and see, king, please come and see the hot coal that I have collected from the kitchen of the giant." Everybody was very happy with the result, that he was able to bring them coal so that they can again start eating hot food. Now, they did not go, all of them were hot. Apia burnt his bill, and the cobra burnt his belly. It turned white. But the king kept his promise, because he said that anybody that can bring me live coal, I will give 100 palm trees. So the king kept his promise and gave Apia 100 palm trees, which he shared with the eagle 50-50. Eagle collected 50 palm trees and he collected 50 palm trees. And together they started selling, they became very rich, selling palm fruits, palm oil, and palm wine. And from that up till today, if you see the hornbilled bird Apia, you will see that his mouth, his beak is red from the burning of the coal. And then if you see the cobra, you will find that the belly is white where the fire burnt him. Chapi! War. Now the moral of this story, there are two morals. One is that two heads are better than one. If Apia had tried to go alone to the mountain, he would not have succeeded. But he needed help. He called Ugo, and Ugo helped him, and together they were able to achieve what one person could not achieve. And then the second one is that if you make a promise, keep that promise. The king made a promise that he will give 100 palm trees, and he gave 100 palm trees. A lot of people, when they're happy, they will make promises. But as soon as they get what they want, they will start saying, why should I give you 100 palm trees? 10 palm trees are okay for you, is it not? So we should learn to keep our promises when we make them. Chapi!
Wow!